All right, good evening, Forest families. My name is Paul Spina. I'm the principal of the Edwin Forrest School, and I want to welcome you to the 2020 Back to School Night at Forest. Again, we recognize that this year's Back to School Night is different than any other that we've done in the past, but we're happy that you're here. We're glad you were able to make it because we've got a lot of information to share with you today. Next screen. First thing I want to share with the families is the instructional progress we've made at the Edwin Forrest School over the last number of years. If you look at the graph on the screen, you'll see data from the last 3 years. And in all cases of all 4 of the models there, we have shown progress in all things. We have shown progress in our overall scores, our achievement, our progress, and in our climate. And there are many people to thank for that. There are a lot of members of our staff who were very important in making that happen. So I want to thank you guys in advance. Also, you see a picture of the banner that we received when we were celebrated down at the school district. We were one of only 5 schools that made 2-tier improvement, which means we jumped 2 separate sections in our school improvement. All great things and all first time at the Forest School. Another great thing that's been happening at Forest is we've now become part of the conversation in Philadelphia. So in addition to doing things academically and instructionally, we are now part of the bigger picture in the school district, which means that when we're noticed and we're celebrated, that means more things come to our school to support you and your children. First thing we want to talk about is we had a big event with Office Depot where they came to our school. We were the first school selected and only one selected in the state of Pennsylvania to do a complete school supply giveaway of book bags to 1,000 students in our school. Following that, you'll see that we had an interview both by our first grade teacher, Ms. Campbell, and secondly by Principal Spina, where we were both interviewed on Fox News, and we talked about the challenges that have been arising now that we're in virtual instruction. We talked about the challenges, but we also talked about some of the positive impact that we can get moving forward. So there's a lot of good things happening when you're part of the conversation in the school district, and we're proud of the progress that we're making at the Forest School. Moving into the new year, and again, we recognize things are different, but we still want to talk about some of the great things we have on board for the 2020-2021 school year. Again, we're part of a new partnership with Office Depot, the Start Proud 2020 Foundation, supported the school, and they will continue to support the school with supplies for teachers and classrooms. We are part of the building modernization program in the school district, which will eventually bring new classrooms to every building and every floor in our building. So we're looking forward to a great change. We're moving forward. We're modernizing our school. This year in the building, you'll see we have members of City Year. They're in our building supporting teachers, supporting students, and most importantly, helping us move forward academically and socially. One of the other big things moving up is our PBIS rewards program. In addition to, we did recent funding for Lucy Calkins' writing program and Wilson Foundation's phonics program. So there's a lot of stuff moving forward. Despite the fact that we're working differently, we're still working for you. We're advocating for the students of the Forest School, and we're going to get this done under these circumstances. As I said before, the conditions will not determine the outcome. We'll make this still happen here at Forest. At this time, I want to turn over the presentation over to Assistant Principal Chris Oswald. Chris?
Thank you, Mr. Spina. So I wanted to talk about attendance, and the school district's goal is we want our students, 95% of our student population, we want your children in their seats getting the virtual learning experience. And so far, our attendance here at Forest has been fantastic. We're above the average of schools across the city, and right now we're a daily average of 90%, and we still want to improve that a little bit. And with your help, parents, we'll be able to boost that attendance up. And what I want to talk about is, though, if your child does need to miss a school day, what are you going to do? So what you've the procedure you've been following is you let the teacher know through Class Dojo, you'll send them a message. We wanted to simplify that process for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a Forrest absent note that's a Google form. I'm going to talk about that on the next slide, but some district policies that I want to highlight are the second bullet point. So if your child is absent for 3 or more consecutive days, we do require a doctor's note. If there are 10 unexcused absences, that's going to trigger a referral to truancy court in our upper grades or a DHS referral in kindergarten through 3rd. And our counselors, we have 4 wonderful counselors and a social worker in our school building. So we are here. There are staff members in the building willing to support your family if you do need anything. And the final thing I want to touch on is a doctor's note is required, because once you have 8 cumulative absences, you're less than that 95%, and district policy is that you're going to start to have to need doctor's notes for your child's reason for missing school. So Class Dojo, you've seen on the school story, almost all of you are a part of Class Dojo for the Forrest community. If you're not, please request to join and we will let you in. The school story that's posted. I'll post in the stream. Any of the members of the school leadership team will post in the school story, and that's going to just be general information for events that are happening. Mr. Spina also still sends his phone blast, his text blast, his email blast that you receive. Communication is important right now, and without you being in the school building, we just wanted to have a process to communicate with you virtually. The class story is what your child's teacher will go over when you meet them later on this evening, and messages are just ways that you can privately contact either your child's teacher or one of the members of the leadership team that are also on Class Dojo. And on the right here, you see the Forrest absent note, and this is going to be linked on Class Dojo. So if your child's going to be out, you would just complete this form with all the information, your email address, your student name, grade, room number, the dates of the absences, and this will allow us to reconcile any of those absences so that you can avoid truancy. We want your child in school because that's how they're going to be successful, and we just want to give you a platform to communicate if there are times when your child will not be attending. So thank you, parents. I'm going to turn it over right now to Assistant Principal Pam Redmond.
Hello, families of Forrest School. Just wanted to thank you for being flexible and patient during this time, and just your support as we transition into virtual learning this year. We wanted to highlight a few things that we're asking you to do as parents and guardians as we partnership in your child's success for the 2020-2021 school year. So just a few things. Please make sure that your child's device is charged so that they're ready to go first thing in the morning. Please make sure that your child is on time every day for class. We start with morning meeting, which is a really important part of the day where we get a chance to just check in and see how students are doing emotionally during this time. And that starts at 8:26. Please make sure that your child eats breakfast and is taking advantage of that lunchtime to eat and stretch and play as they have a really full day throughout the day. There are grab and go meals available at the Mayfair School on Fridays where you can get more than one meal, and that takes place from 9 to 2 p.m. every Friday. Please make sure that students have their supplies ready so they're not spending time doing that synchronous time of learning where the teacher is live with the students trying to gather things. Try to find a consistent, quiet area for your child to do their work. We know that at times that may be challenging because some of our students are in daycare, but even remind the daycare workers to think about how they can organize that space so that kids are not distracted during their learning time, students rather. Be mindful of the activity, the conversation, and I'm going to add the attire during instruction. Cameras are live, so things that may be said, the way children are dressed as well as the adults, that's live and it's visible. So other people can hear and see. So please be mindful of that. Set routines and expectations at home for your child. Make sure they know where their school supplies should all be and what time do you expect your child to play or finish up their asynchronous work. communicate that clear just to ensure their success, and make sure as well that your child is dressed appropriately during our synchronous time. The other thing that we wanted to discuss are assessments. This is the one thing about the teaching and learning process we wanted to uplift during back to school night. I'm sure that many of you have either heard your child taking the assessment, ask you questions about the assessment, or maybe you've been supporting them during the assessment. We want to talk a little bit about the test that students have already started. So the first test that students have started this school year is the iReady assessment. There's some information here on the slide. It's math and reading. It's an adaptive program. So that means that as your child answers questions correctly, the questions will get more difficult. If they answer questions incorrectly, the questions will get slightly easier. This helps us identify the strengths and the areas that we need to strengthen for each individual child. So it's really important that during these assessments, and we know that this is different, that students are taking these type of assessments online at home. It's really important that you as the parent allow the student to work independently, that you really restrain from giving answers, but let students answer the questions on their own so that we have a good measure and we have accurate data of what they know and what we need to support them in while they're here in school with us. And they take this test 3 times a year. So it's a great opportunity for the school, for the student, for you as the parent to see how your child is growing. It's really a celebration to see where they start and then where they end at the end of the school year. What students have begun this year is the Ames Web test. That's K-5. iReady is K-6. Ames Web is math and reading, just like the iReady. And again, it screens and kind of monitors the skills that students need in reading and math. And we use this data to identify what type of support we need to provide to move students along in their growth. We want to maximize the amount of growth that each one of our individual students have. And then the last assessment is only for grade 6. That's math and reading. And that data, again, is used to identify supports for students. And that test is only for 6th grade. So I just want to just reiterate, this is not a test for a grade. We don't use this to say a student is an A student or a B student. We really use this to measure growth and how we can support students. That is it for me. I am now moving on. We're going to now talk about PBIS, and our Dean of Students, Ms. Williams, will speak about that.
Hello, families, and thank you for joining us this evening. At Forrest, our focus is on prevention, not punishment. Through our PBIS program, students learn expected behaviors in all school settings, as well as virtually. When students follow our school expectations, they receive their Tiger stamps that can be used that can be redeemed for a number of incentives. This year, we introduced PBIS Rewards, which is our electronic way for students to earn and track their stamps. We encourage all students to continue to earn their stripes, and we look forward to seeing you all very soon. I'm going to now introduce our climate manager, Ms. Willingham, to talk about our school advisory council.
Greetings, parents. Thank you for joining us this evening. I wanted to talk about our Student Advisory Council. Our Student Advisory Council is present for you guys to voice your opinion so that you can help the school brainstorm on ways that we can improve the school, and also have the community involved as well as the parents involved. Our students also sit on our student advisory councils with us so that they can also give their opinion of what they believe the school should do for them. So we want to ask you to come out on September the 29th at 10 a.m. A link will be provided on Class Dojo, as well as if you are interested in joining the SAC team, please go to your child's classroom and fill out the interest form, and someone will definitely get in contact with you as quickly as possible so that you can join our team and help Forrest be a better school and a better community. So this is the end of my session. I am now going to pass it over to our school-based teacher leader, Mrs. Nikki Montana.
Hello, families. I will be talking about our Title I. We are a Title I school. Title I funding is provided by the federal government to schools each year. The funds are disseminated to each school district. Our school district is then responsible for distributing these funds to all our schools based on 2 criteria: formula based on low income status and Title I school designation. Each spring, we will bring together families to join us, and we have a spring meeting where we decide how to best use our Title I funds based on the needs of our school and guidance of the school leadership, parents, and community members. Our school needs your help each spring to work with the school staff, and we also develop the parent and family engagement policy. So the parent and family engagement policy discusses how Forrest will involve parents in the process of school review and improvement and help parents build capacity for strong parental involvement to improve students' achievement. The School Parent Compact states the goals and responsibilities of the school in providing a quality education to all students and identifying interventions for students who are struggling academically, as well as stating the responsibilities of parents and students in helping the school to meet these goals. We also have a school-wide plan. The school-wide plan is the school's roadmap to academic success. And with all of that comes the school budget, which is also discussed in the spring. Each Title I school, there are different designations. Our school is designated as a CSI school, and we are Network 12. It stands for Comprehensive Support and Improvement. School Title I spending. Our school plans to spend this year's Title I funds on climate and staff and SSAs. SSAs are in the classrooms with the teachers helping support their academics. School-based teacher leader, special education liaison, PBIS rewards program, our City Year program and Playworks, our classroom libraries, also the Lucy Calkins units of study for writing and Wilson Foundations for phonics. We also get money in our Title I budget for parent involvement. So we use these funds in order to have our literacy night, which usually takes place in the spring. We purchase summer bridge books for the students, and we also have monthly parent workshops. Some of the parent and family engagement activities we have are the PGW workshop, Turning Points for Children parent workshop, bi-monthly SAC meetings, and Google Classroom for Parents. All of these activities will be posted in Dojo and on our website, and we welcome all families to join us in these monthly meetings. Teacher and paraprofessional qualifications. All teachers and paraprofessionals in our building that are supporting the students are properly certified by passing state examinations, and they're certified in the area that they are teaching. Right to know qualifications. So as a parent, you have the right to request the qualifications of your child's teacher and any instructional paraprofessionals that work with your child. To learn the qualifications of these staff members, please make an appointment with the principal. State academic standards and assessments. So our state assessment that we use is the PSSA test, and that is taken in the spring, usually in April. It's taken in reading and math from grades 3 to 6, and grade 4 also takes science. During report card conferences, your child's teacher will discuss the state's academic content standards. These conferences this year will be held on November 23rd to 25th, February 3rd to 5th, and April 7th to 9th. Again, our school needs you. In order to learn about the Title I program, review documents in our Title I binder located in the main office. It's available by request during the closure and anytime when the school is open during a normal school year. You should take advantage of what Title I has to offer, including all of those workshops that are offered monthly, and always get involved in your child's education. You, your child, and our school can be a winning team. That ends my part. I would like to introduce Mr. Jim Byack, who is our technology leader and data coordinator.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to show you our school's website. Our school's website is forest.philasd.org. On the screen that you will see, the dark image is our virtual tech support. If you click on that, you will get a Google form where you can fill out information of your troubles, and someone will get back to you quickly. The two other images to the right are the district supports that they have. I posted them on our website. You can also find them on the main district site. The center one is the back to school resource. They have all the information that you might need on anything that's happening now in our virtual classrooms. On the right-hand side, that image is for Chromebooks. So the district prepared videos for parents to help their child work through their troubles. Another idea here that was spoken about earlier was Class Dojo. If you click the link below on our website, that'll let you join our Class Dojo right away, and we can assign your name to your son or daughter's teacher. Also, we have two other links here for our school nurse and the counselor's webpage. Many of you have the parent portal. The parent portal is a district online account for parents, so you can see your child's report cards and all their information that they have. The district has steppers and instructions and directions there. All you need to do to sign up for the parent portal is your student's ID number, a personal email address, and a telephone number that you registered with. If you have any problems with this, you can contact your child's teacher, and we are able to look that information up. I would like to introduce you to our certified school nurse, Pam Goldenberg, for our next.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to direct you to be able to access my virtual health room. I am available. I do have a Google Voice phone number, which you can use to text me or call me. I'm available for any issues. I also have on this slide that there's a vision screening that's available in October if you want to make that appointment. And there also is the annual student emergency and medical information form, which we call the S865, which gives me permission to administer Tylenol or Motrin to your child when we do return. So if anybody would like to access any forms or get in touch with me, please do that. And you can find through the teachers or through my website. Thank you. And I'm going to send this back to Principal Paul Spina.
Well, thank you, Nurse Goldenberg. I appreciate that. One of the things we want to talk about at Forest is certainly our points of pride. But before I do that, I just want to give you an oversight of who we are and where we're going. Forest right now is a positive transformational school. And in that transformation, we are now reaching successes that were previously unreachable for our school. And that doesn't just happen because we changed curriculum and we changed books. It comes on apart by the mindset change of a lot of people here at the school. And although I'm proud to be identified as the school leader, I want to take a moment to publicly thank and share my gratitude to all of the amazing school leaders you've met so far today. We couldn't do it without them. They keep me focused and they make me look good every day. So I want to make sure I take an opportunity to thank them and acknowledge their support and the work that they do every day. Again, our points of pride, the slide you're seeing now talks about some of the things that we do at the school that we're most proud about. We're proud of everything we do, but these are some items that really work well with our school. And these are partnerships that we've made with some outside entities that we're going to continue working with. All of them work out very well. We'll keep you abreast of when we'll schedule some of these events again. But here's just a short list of some of those. I'm going to move forward. And again, I want to thank you all for coming out this evening. It's been a great opportunity to touch base with you again, We miss you here at the Forest School. We look forward to a time when the kids are back and we see them again. We'll keep you posted on what that schedule looks like when it happens. But at this point, I'm going to turn the presentation back over to Assistant Principal Chris Oswald.
Thank you, Principal Spina. So again, everyone, as it's been said, thank you for joining us tonight. We're about to break. So what you are going to do, families, is you can look in the comments below, and the schedule for this evening will be linked. It is also on Class Dojo. You can go there and find our schedule, or your child's classroom teacher, where they go for their morning meeting. The Meet link to access them is also located there. So we put the links in a lot of locations, but that was just to simplify the process for you to log on. So just a quick little outline. Teachers are going to run 3 30-minute sessions. So each session is the same. So this will give you the opportunity to go and meet at least 3 different teachers. If you want to see your child's specialist teacher, or you want to meet with a counselor or a special education teacher, you have that time structured in the schedule today, where you'll go to 3 different stops and meet with 3 different members of our Forest School community. So if you do have a personal concern or question that only pertains to your child, we want to ask that you just reach out to that staff member individually, because tonight's going to be a general overview of, the schedule, the curriculum, and just the building that initial relationship with your child's teacher if you haven't already done so. So I just want to thank you again for coming. Have a great night. And if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out. See you soon, hopefully.